Hi, it's Michael Knight from the MyPro. Welcome back. Joining me again today is Stacy Elfbauer from the Brickyard. Welcome back, Stacy.
Thanks, Mike.
Today it's both of our pet peeves, not just mine. She's totally in agreement, and Stacy trains a lot of women, as I do myself. And the biggest pet peeve I have is the push-up. And what we're going to try to do today is break it down and hold you accountable, because in my training facility, as in Stacy's, there's 5 progressions. And we're going to go through them slowly today. And if you can't do one, do the next. What I like to see is go to the place where you know you're going to be successful. If you can't do a push-up, do a super plank, and we'll go on for it. So if you can't do one, do the one that's going to work the best for you at that time. So Stacy, as we always do, the foundation is always plank, which is forearms and elbows. So she's going to get down, make sure that her elbow is underlined. A lot of times you're going to see this in class. Butt up in the air, don't like to see that. Butt sagging. So what we want to do is keep it tight. Sometimes if she feels comfortable, her toes can be apart, they can be together. But one of the things I like to do to my clients, especially when they don't see it coming, is what I call tough love. So I'll get them relaxed, and then I come up and go, give me some tough love. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. And from there, they went from here to here. And that's our plank. Because a lot of people have been in that position, but they haven't been in the right position. So practice tough love on your partner to make sure everything's tight. Okay, come on down to your knees. I like to see someone be able to hold that for a minute 3 times before they move forward. The second progression is the same thing, but up top on your forearms. You come up to your hands. So Stacy, if you will go to our second progression. And again, if people are asking you to do push-ups and you can't do push-ups, go to where you're successful. This is success. This is working the core. Okay? Again, she's tight. I'm giving her a little tough love around the body. She's tough. She's strong. She's fit. She's ready to go. Good. Come on down to your knees. Now we're going on to the third progression, which gets a little more challenging. And I've seen this done a million times. And sometimes it's done right, but the majority of the time it's done wrong. It's called super plank, where we're going to move from lower plank up to upper plank. The problem is, just because you go, remember I talked before about those pictures, point A, point B, picture A, picture B. Now let's see what you're supposed to be told to do and how it's supposed to feel. So Stacy, if you can, you will. So super plank is basically moving from the low plank. Where Stacy's elbows are at, her hand will go to her elbow. So go ahead, and she will come up. Come on back down slowly. Now a lot of times, at least 50% of the time, people aren't strong enough, so what they're going to do is put their hand here, and just go ahead and take that hand, place it here, and push up. Stresses the front of the shoulders way, way too much. Just because you got up, no one's going to go, great job, got up. No, not in my class. You do that wrong, I'm shutting the class down. We're going to have a conversation, you and I. Okay? But I'm not there, so you got to take this serious. So come on back down. We're going to do it again. She has to take this hand without slapping the floor. I don't want to hear the floor hit. Place the hand under. She comes up. She comes back down. Slow. She picks it back up. She comes up. Good. Now the other thing she does, and I stand with my clients, Stacy does a great job of this. Come down to your elbows. Is don't move the hips. Go ahead. Come on up. And the hips are moving straight up and down. Show them what our clients do now. She comes down. Look at her hips. Now watch this hip. Really? Seriously? Not going to happen. So again, come on down to your knees. Those are your first 3. Go to where you're successful. If you can't do one, you may be doing super plank and get tired, stay at the top of plank. If you're at the top of plank and get tired, come down to low plank. So when we're doing circuit training and we're asking you for push-ups and you can't do a push-up, go back to where you're going to be successful. Okay? All right, so you ready to put it together? All right. These are the 2 big ones. So guys, if you're out there and you think this isn't a tough workout, now we want to see the push-up. And I'm not talking about the alligator push-up, where your head bobbing and all that other stuff. Stacy, please show the women that we do push-ups the right way. Come on down, chest touches, she pushes up. Good. That is a push-up. The plank, everything we did in phase 1, 2, and 3 are all there, okay? The bigger challenge, now we're going to add the push-up into the super plank, which is the final step in our push-up progression, getting ready to do some serious work. So come on down. She comes back, she puts her hand where it's supposed to be, she comes up, she does a push-up. She comes back up, hands go back down, elbows tight, she comes back up, she does a push-up. Good, come on down to your knees. I'm not going to make it any simpler than that. You in your right mind have to decide where your power is, where your success is going to come from. If you're just moving from point A to point B because everybody else is, that's not the reason to do it. Do things right. If you do 5 and they're all wrong, nothing changes. Nothing changes. No one's giving you money. No one's going to applaud because you got up. We will applaud when you start getting stronger, start feeling better about yourself, and you get better. It's Michael Knight, Stacy Alpar from MyPro.